is here.
Yeah. Let's try to make a good. Here. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. Now let's check for the audio. Check for the audio.
1, 2, 3, testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna need you to make your voice this loud. This loud, yeah. Again, one more time. Testing, 1, 2, 3. That was great. A dancer with the song. Then I should start with Amar Bata with my foundation.
And then this one is white with here. Okay. Just remember, your working area is on this side. So you'll be up there. And you can also.
Who are we seeing? One Indonesian brother, he is feeling headache, so he went back to his room. When he feels better, he will get back. Some people are in the washroom. Anyway, let's start. So for the day 2, session 2, I would like to invite Brother Shahin Hossain to speak about nation-based solution for urban resilience. He is a PhD candidate from Asian Institute of Technology, AIT. I think you are part of administration team of AIT also. Yeah, it's a famous university with multiculturalism system.
Okay. Thank you so much, sister. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. Good response. Thank you so much. Welcome to everyone to my presentations. According to the last 2 days experience, I'm going through this session. So I think this topic a bit different, completely. But I will try to connect with youth and their spirits and what we can see with this natural solution in our upcoming development. Okay. So anyway, let's before going to the sessions, I would like to share something about my institute. You see, there is 2 logos. One is AIT Extension, another is AIT. Just which very short, let me introduce or say a few words about that. AIT is a postgraduate institute based in Thailand. It is based in Pathumthani. It is 45 kilos from Bangkok, central Bangkok. This is the northern side of Bangkok. So it is a postgraduate with master's and PhD program, only conducted over there, no undergraduates. And diversified programs conducted from that means management, technology, environment, also not development aspects. But it is completely a research institute, no general or traditional study over there. And more than 40 nationalities students study over there every year. and regional country context, most of the students participate over there. And most of the faculties also in context of regional resource persons, not based in or not only half of Thai. Different countries officers are taking sessions or taking different programs over there. This is how AIT contact, and AIT extension is a part of AIT. It is a sister concern of AIT. You can say like an umbrella. AIT is the umbrella, but AIT extension is a professional capacity building center. That means I actually belong to AIT extension. Being a student of PhD, I belong to AIT. But being a professional, I've been working there as a senior program officer of AIT extension. We provide mostly capacity building training in the regional development aspect. So regional governments we mostly work, most of the government aspect we work. We are also private sector some but number is less rather than government. So different regional government entities are connected with us for their people's capacity building. And we provide a completely customized program based on their demand. We develop module, we manage the resource persons expertise, so we provide the training based on their demand. And following the trend, following the latest research going on, because every time, every aspect, our students, more than 400, 500 students in the semester, conduct research different topics. This is the bringing, that means emerging issues that generate knowledge for regional development aspects. That's the thing of AIT extension. I get permission from our sisters to use IITC logos because now I'm on behalf of this institute taking the sessions. That's the whole. Regarding my topics, it is a nature-based solution. I don't know how much you are concerned about it, but maybe everyone somehow connected with the nature, right? You see, from my point of view, we are sitting in a place, surrounding we can see nature, right? That is completely exceptional in our working environment, in our living environment. Very rarely we found this environment that sitting in my working place, I can see grass, trees, right? Flying birds. This is very exceptional. Truly, so nature is focusing here. So let's start with this, and before the session, as I said, I will do a small survey. Everyone have their electronic device mobile, right? With the internet? Everyone? Okay.
Can you also replace this?
Yes. Thank you. Could you please okay. You can scan or use menti.com. Use this code. Accessible.
It's very personal.
You can just go to menti.com and use this code. Okay. Everyone ready? You can start. Don't take it seriously, okay? It's fun. Just show your interest. That will be nice. More than one is fine, no problem. Because it is open. But I will count because there is participants is 70 till 14 response. Anyone missing or any trouble with the internet? Anyway, we got the maximum number of response. So there is no right or wrong. When I go through the presentation, you will understand it more clearly. So, but if you see that in the response, some are very bold, right? That means that number, courage, overcome, strength come repeatedly, more than one. Okay? Comparing this to this bold because it, more than one people respond same. Okay? So, number of things we found. Okay. Which of the following climate impacts are most common in your city or country or region? Anyway, so we observe that number of components I mentioned here, floods, heat waves, cyclones, air pollution, drought, all are exist in our society, right? In our region, in our country, we face this every time. But some we very common or maybe air pollution, everyday life. It's part of our floods. We maybe seasonally often face it. And surrounding the world, if you look at now Thailand, some other countries facing this, right? Floods. So heat waves is also common, drought. So this sort of phenomena is very common in aspects of climate events, right? Have you heard of this solution before today? Anyway, thank you for your honest opinion. It does not matter that whether you know or does not know, but we are all familiar with nature, right? Nature-based solution, whatever I say, it is connected with nature. Any aspects, if we bring the nature for our solution, that will help not only our regular life, but environment, society aspects. Okay. So I think this presentation or today's session will help. Next time you will say, yes, I know something. And that will be my achievement of this session. Please share a quote or value about caring for nature from your faith or culture. Anything.
Just, just one request. Actually, we are at IIT. We are having a project, Coats for the Tree. You may see all the trees. There is a blank wood tank. What we are planning is to put coats on those trees. So may we use these coats for our trees?
Yes, yes.
Is it okay?
It's okay. If you feel it is okay and perfect, definitely, and please everyone pay attention that your any code will be present the center's trace. So it is very valuable.
how to get those tools.
I will share later. I will share later. That will be preserved in this. Yeah, I will share. So you see the number of responses there. Okay, so everyone has own mindset, own understanding, and how they share their own feelings, expression through the nature. Okay, so good. I think this is very good response. I will share, so you can choose. Any other? Because still yes, still it is progressing. Some more, maybe 2, 3. Just waiting because 14 out of 17. Anyway, next. Whose roles do you think youth can play in promoting NPS? As we learned that maximum not clear about NPS, but we are clear that it is about nature. So just with the thought of nature, what do you think that youth can contribute?
Maybe multiple answers.
Yes, yes, of course. No problem. Okay, good response, I think. So that means all 6 components have been touched here. So no, that means not any single is less values. Every value is here. So what do you think generally with people about what are natural resources existing in this planet around us? What are those?
The natural resource is amended on the air and on the ground.
I said planet. Anything could be. Anything could be. Can you get some more specific, which is all are getting very broad? Okay, so we are very much concerned, right? All natural resources exist our living earth are provided by the Almighty and cost of free, right? Do we pay any charge over them? No. But do you think if you sick, get admitted in hospital, just 1 cylinder oxygen, how much it is? We buy a bottle of water for drinking for the moment, how much it is? So it has some cost. But for our lifelong time, we are accessing all resources with the support of Almighty's given resources without cost. Do we value it?
The price is going up.
Sorry, sir?
Coming from nature, so price is going always up.
So it is uncountable, right? We cannot measure or count the values we take from the nature for our living. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. Are you familiar with this word nature positive? Okay, somehow we understand. Whatever we know or does not know, we'll know further. Do you think the meaning of NPS and nature positive is same? Anyway, we'll see from our presentation further. What do you think? What is the real cause of climate change? Okay, thank you for your response. So here also we see human is the board. We are very aware that we are the key things, right? For any cause happening in this world. Whatever you say, the development, whatever you say, carbon emission, whatever you say, pollution, it happens by us. Thank you. Okay, let's go to our presentation. This is our outline. I will try to cover if time permits. Rest depends on everyone. So it will be nice if you have any questions or queries, please just let me know. I will stop myself to respond or I will record it for response further. So this is already completed. Let's start with so from the outline, we starting with the global challenges. We already said about climate change. And please, for the time being, let me start from now. Think about rather than people's what we go through last 2 days. It is a completely different topic, I say. But try to connect yourself with the issues we have been discussing here. So, what are the global challenges or societal challenges in our daily life we face? As we said, climate change, disaster, right? Health, water scarcity, pollution, a lot of challenges every day we are facing in our daily life, in our societal life, right? And what about in Asia? This is global challenge we understand. Asia is not beyond all this. Asia is also a part of this sort of challenges, right? There is climate challenge, high temperature challenge, cyclone challenge, a lot of natural challenges facing in Asia. What says is this? Asia is the most climate vulnerable region with billions of people exposed of this nature. So exposed with these challenges. Like this, right now happening, just maybe last month we observed Thailand, Sri Lanka, some other countries facing this threat, right? Very common. Water scarcity, most famous tourist destination. It is come from the World Resources Institute research. The growing water crisis or water is threatened was most tourist heritage sites. So similarly, forest fire, if Indonesian forest is there, they know very well how much it is in their life. So what makes a city, whatever, we can say heat wavelength, right? High heat and emissions. And what are the source of this? These sort of things, our transport, our infrastructure, daily life we are using earphone, mobile, all sort of things are connected with this heat and emissions, right? And what about heat absorbing materials we are using in our daily life? We know it absorbs the heat. We know it makes our living warmer, but still we are using these materials. Right? Our pavement, road, carpeting with this thing, that makes warmer every day, every time. And you see the transport we are making here. Even this sign 41 degrees Celsius in the daytime, and people suffering how much with this. So we develop infrastructure, multi-story every time. How much we think it impacts us and all. How much we have green space. How much we have accessibility of this green space. Is everyone can access those green space? So these are the common phenomena in our daily lives we are facing. So what is the definition of resilience? Yesterday we heard about resilience, but that about people, right? People resilience. But this is talk about climate aspects, our infrastructure, and development aspects. So the ability of a system, community, or society exposed to hazard to resist, absorb, accommodate, and recover efficiently, preserving essential structure and functions. This is the definition of resilience. So here it says urban resilience does not mean recovering from the disaster. It is talk about the sustainability also. What we are developing, how long it will sustain, how long it will be in our next generation living. So a little bit think about it, how many areas are truly prepared in climate change in our developments. If we look our different religious aspects, interfaith connections, we say. So every religious talk about nature. Every religious talk about its benefit. Every religious highly value these natural resources. Right? So in Buddhism it says compassion for all beings. What does it mean? It means encourage empathy toward all living creatures and ecosystems. How much value about this? So what would be the message from the youth? When we care for nature, we care for life. So same way, what about the Islam religious talk? They say from a single Quran, do not waste water even if at a random stream. It does not mean that you have a lot, you will waste it. Even you flow near the stream, do not waste a single drop of water. So what it means here, emphasize stewardship and responsible use of natural resources. So Hinduism, we also talk about the earth is our mother. What does it mean? Earth is sacred and nurturing, deserving revenue and protection. Christianity, the earth is the Lord's and everything in it. So it also says about stewardship, humans and caretakers or guardians of God's creation. So every aspect, every religious respects and values the nature. Now come to the topic of nature-based solution. What does it mean, nature-based solutions? You understand that it talks about solutions of our daily life problems. What challenges we are facing, talk about solution using nature, through the nature. In every aspect, if we talk about development, bring the thought of nature. In our city development, in our planning, in our management, bring the issues of nature. So it talks about like nature-based solution is an action with nature. Action with nature to solve, since it is urban residents, we are talking city problems, to live healthy. And how this natural solution works. Every aspect we think, all sort of biggest things inspired by nature. If you look at all the biggest things, right? But most of the things inspired from the nature. It's not their own human created. It's inspired by the nature. Inspired by the nature. We are very much familiar with this mangrove, right? Who are living in the coastal zones, they know the importance of this. How it helps protect our living and living assets, right? Every aspect. So this is not directly nature, but it is driven by nature. Right? We are generating thousands kilowatt of electricity power. Okay, with this turbine. But this is also driven by nature. We copy from the existing ponds or rivers floating and make it artificial wetlands that helps treatment our water, our nature. Same way, a pavement, a parking zone can be competing with the nature. That brings not only green but helps the environment. So every aspect, if you see, this is not only for decorations. It helps our livelihood. We can get help from the nature in our daily life. What about the people who are living in the mountainous areas? it is not easy to survive. Like us, we are living in the flatlands. Very tough job to maintain their daily life. So they are every time working, struggling with this tragedy. So imagine that you are passing a road, and a roadside small ponds or gardens or some sort of rain harvesting areas that absorb extra rainwater. We maybe not notice much. It may be by default exist there, but this is NPS. So the thought is here, maybe we can think when we go for development, bring these small things in our planning, in our development that helps. So NPS, as I said, is a holistic approach. It is not only that it works for one aspect of nature. How? If you look at the picture, what we are observing there, and a response from the picture, even though it is AI generated picture. This is desert area. This is mountainous area, underwater, some very wide geographical area. So all area have specific identity. Every geographical area is different. Every location is different. Okay? So every aspect, every ecosystem is different. We cannot think that why here not desert, why here not mountains, why over there is mountain. Even though there is mountain, do we make its best use of this? Do we know the value of this? Because Almighty given us all sort of ecosystems, and He knows better where is it. Okay, we people just use it. We use it, we manipulate it for our betterment. Okay. What about this picture? Different plants, different animals, birds. So it talks about every aspect, every geographical aspect, there is different biodiversity. Okay? And we need to value each aspect, each context. And we can use our development plan following this. If we bring just out that, nowadays when we see the development, people go to Australia, Canada, America, bring their issues in their context. Is it matched with this actually? Do they plan accordingly with the geographical aspects, biodiversity aspects? Very rarely. And that's bring the disaster things. This is talking about ecology. Even though underwater have different zone, even the under earth, different creature is there based on each soil values. Each creature has own identity following this ecological value. Do we value this? So NPS involves with different types of ecosystems. It has different ways of work. But we need to understand this. But before this, if we talk about different ways, that is people's maximum use of their daily life. We talk about conservation, we talk about protection, restoration, management, and sustainable use. Every time we discuss these sort of things, how much we care about these things. This is not just a war. This is our implementation in our daily practical aspects. If we care it, we need to understand the value of it. And with this value, apply it. Same way, NBS is solution-oriented, reflecting the fact that they can be used to address a range of social, economic, and environmental challenges. We people are in this circumstance of social, economic, and environmental challenge. We cannot distinguish each separately. It is connected with each other. We need to manage or balance this. So NBS is the center point of these three components. If we are able to balance it, it brings good for us. What are those environmental? As I said earlier, ecosystem restoration, biodiversity, and climate mitigations. It calls about environmental aspects. Societal focus, community engagement, equity, cultural values need to integrate in your development plan. If you say that I am the city planner, I am the only one, I know much in planning. No, you have to integrate your society, your people. We say generally marginalized people, we say about indigenous peoples, but we do not value their thought. We do not value their knowledge, level of understanding, and we do not bring it in our development. And economic aspects, our daily life, livelihood, we always check and balance with the cost and effectiveness. We always check up about sustainability, long-term longevity, short-term benefit. So these are the things that we see if we talk about need a balance and why NPS as a center point. So NPS is a practical, cost-effective, and culturally rooted. We cannot ignore it. The protect the system while strengthening communities. So overall, if we look at the key concept of NBS, work with nature, not against it. If you see an example, in Japan, they have practice, good practice that they never or rarely cut any trees. They move it to another place. So from one tree, how many benefits we get? Do we even count it? A tree does not only provide fruit, not only provide oxygen, multiple benefit is there. A garden, a forest, multiple benefit is there. If we value it, we will get benefit from it. So not only personal benefit or economical benefit, there is a lot of environmental and social benefit. Similarly, at present we are seeing hybrid development. However, they are bringing nature into their multi-state development structure. This is not bad, but good also. Because somehow they understand the value of nature and they're bringing it, incorporating it in their development. So from World Resource Institute, they find out from one forest, it provides 12 benefits. If we read individually, we are very much familiar with these sort of benefits. We are very familiar that forest helps carbon reduction, right? Forest helps remove air pollution. It helps regular seasonal rain, right? It helps food generation. It helps for biodiversity. lot of benefit is there. Similarly, our garden, while we walk every day, that generates people's energy. So we need to maintain and adapt our time. It is not that because when I doing my survey in different ministry in Bangkok, Bangkok Metropolitan, Ministry of Climate Change, Ministry of Local Government, every aspect I heard that budget is less for environmental aspects. Budget is very crucial for forest management, park management. But we need to, otherwise we will not get that benefit what we are getting. So what youth can do? What are youth doing around our regions, around the world? Lot of example is there. Youth are engaged a lot. Here are just few examples in context of Bangladesh, Cambodia, Vietnam, Myanmar, India, Pakistan. So youth are doing a lot. So youth are working for community actions. Youth are making innovation, design and development. Youth are the voice raising for awareness development. Youth giving message as an essence of resilience. So we are part of this. We are not excluded from this world. Okay? So let's connect NPS and peace building. How it is connected. Because we already know NPS reduces resource conflicts. Because it generates, right? Water, land, property utilization. So it helps resource management. When NPS is about resource management, it makes resilience. Means it makes shield to protect us from any climate hazard. Right? And when it is made resilience, need people's engagement. Right? Our community engagement, our general people engagement, and that makes cooperation. And when it is engaged, it brings peace. So you see, it is not only that we talk about peace, it will come automatically. No. We need a base where we can start and we can be connected each other and go through the development that brings us communal engagement and peace. So nature can be a breeze. When communities work together on NPS, they also be in peace. As I said, NPS addresses social challenges, right? A research from a Chinese scholar, it reflects following these challenges several indicators he measured for each, and he found the benefit, how much we can reduce or recover our challenges using NPS. Okay, I'm not going through each. You are aware, but how NPS addresses social challenges? By actions, by protection, sustainably manage of this, restore natural and modified ecosystems. What is modified ecosystems? We generally know every nature is by own natural way. When people intervene, we bring our thought of development, our infrastructure. We we modify it, it never remains as before, right? So that is modified ecosystems. And then we adapt with this. Because when we modify, we do not measure the different scales, as I say, ecosystem, biodiversity, ecology. We do not measure or care on this. We just go with our development way that hamper the nature. That brings calamity, climate change impacts us, and we say we need resilience. Okay? Because we already respond through our survey that human is the key. So benefiting people and nature in parallel. So NBS not only benefit people, but nature also. So this is the parallel things we get from the NBS. So I would say in 2020 do a survey that it mitigate NBS can help mitigating 30% of heat related impacts by 2030 if we properly utilize and manage it. So what are the importance of urban resilience? Because our topic key focusing is urban resilience. So we can see reduced flood risk and landslides. As you say, regional several countries are flooded. It helps heat peoples in the living city suffering a lot. Everyone may not bear the cost of AC, right? They go to the forest parks, cool June, so they can release their hormones. Just think about a city, huge infrastructure, but beside every land, a forest. It will help a lot to make the city cooler. It helps a lot every people who go through beside of this to look at the nature feels green breath, a compassion of releasing stress. We are very much aware about it, pollution, right? We talk about starting river pollution by upraising and industry. So you see, an industry is not just pollute water, it pollutes the air. It brings a lot of cost in our daily life. But that does not mean that we will stop industrial development. Right? We cannot. But how we can comply NPS or nature with this industrial zone that recover the compensations, and how much we are producing pollutions, it can recover. We need to address this. That helps and equal benefit. Some aspects, social resilience and scalable resilience and implementation of it. Definitely every culture connect with the nature. We find our benefit every aspect. Now is December, right? There in break or some sort of people have some sort of time in hands. Why most of the people will go for it? Connect with the nature. They go to the beach, they go to the forest. That's we are human beings. So why does it matter? As I said, the importance of urban resilience. It matters because they turn everyday green space into protected infrastructure. Now, I understand that everyone at least understand or have some knowledge on NPS, what it is. So I will do a quick reflection among of you. Small work, it is not a big work. Think of a place in your city, in your community, even in your village, in your local territory, that most of the time are affected by flood or waterlogging, air pollution, landslides, overheat, and any you can choose. Okay? And what natural process, either it is plants, rain garden, vegetation garden, soil, water, could help. Okay? A small exercise among of all, okay, following these rules. Okay? So there will be three groups. I will request following from my left. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not more than 2. Then 3. 3 is fine. Just say 1, following the sequence 2, and keep the number you speaking about. Okay, following this 1, 2, 3, 3 groups. We'll take 3 papers. Okay, and find one problem among the team discussion. Choose anyone, and I will request not go to the macro level. That flag is very broad. Maybe you can say it's more micro level. I say real scenario at the micro level. Maybe in near your house a drainage is blocked. Okay, so like this small micro level problem, how you think this NPS can help to solve this. So use the steps, what could be its focus, scopes and outcomes, and identify 3 key points, and each key point elaborate with 2 sub-points. Okay? So please start from my left. 1.
3.
Sir. 1. 1.
3.
3.
I always say
1.
3.
Okay. 2. 3. 1. So 1, whoever belongs to, please make a group. 2, make a group. 3, make a group. And it will not take more than 20 minutes. Okay? Because I have only 35 minutes around. So 20 minutes, then we will come back and get it. 3. 3.
that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This side.
Give them paper again. So that they can write
You will go off or
Okay, group 1. Group 1. Group 3.
No, group B is here. Brother, group B is here. 3? Yes, here.
Okay.
No, they already have the chart.
But we will separate 2. So,
Okay, what about 2?
2. Group 2.
Or 2?
I think group 2 over here. Yes, okay. Okay.
What is your name again? I'm sorry.
That means
Yes. Yes. After India.
No, he's working with every group.
So let's choose a place. Are you guys on That's a population.
we can think that water logic. Where are you from? I'm from Myanmar. We actually
Instead of like planning, we have to think of natural things. I like that in the garden.
Okay, just for your information, if you feel confused with what is scope, why, just follow an example here. I'm just forwarding an example to what house. Like this. Take example from here. Here said about approach, focus, scope.
If the approach is micro level, what are we gonna approach? I come here, somewhere. Yeah, we can micro level. So small problem. Water
In your country.
we see about artillery. For example, what we can choose
Oh, erosion.
So it doesn't have to be an existing issue or just an example.
Anyone from the slide, we can just waterlogging, flood, soil erosion.
This one is a good example. not very make a quick lecture.
It's like
Where I'm living in a house that is on the top of a small hill, and there is fire to prevent fire, and some fire that is there is some other process to prevent fire. What we can do so that it is protect my home. That is small village, I don't know. What can the female situation you write here, that's why who's the writing of the life? We
Nora. No. Humans and benefits is also part of
We don't need it.
No, we don't need it. So that's now what? Approach, yes.
can we, I think soft society challenge.
This is approach. Isn't it approach that I
I think that's the approach, yeah.
Yeah, this one is like focus, I guess. This is happening. Focus, yeah.
I think society challenge is
Yeah, like we can focus to most of the for the nature aspect because we pleasant to live. So it's good for the nature.
for the regional tradition, for
Happy
for
birthday.
the food industry and for the people. If we say nature, everything like mountains, rivers, trees, forests, but this tradition is just
Yeah,
for
I think
it's society challenges for the farmers, for the
I think that's a very good idea to make the instead of trees to make plantations that the
Yeah.
community can also get some food from. So then to go with the mango trees and something that's also a community and people makes solutions.
what is the purpose of this? Do you have to write that?
I think society challenges.
I think it's also good for
So yeah, I can go back, right?
slopes, yes.
This is the approach or
Yeah, this is the
approach is I think provides food for the community also.
yeah, you can try that if you want.
Not wild space.
I also have a personal interest during this.
No, you see, this sort of
This is the
thing,
approach.
no people could say that I am not
So let's move on to scope and outcome.
A huge basic life, basic shelter,
Yeah. And make or like
safe environment for
Oh, I really did it. How? Pretend the apple.
because it is connected in all sort of challenges you see from the yes, this is how we need to raise the issue of peaceful
I think we also need a water. Because it's not just a tree.
Awareness.
And all the potential resources in the world.
yes, good enough. It is good enough. Can you imagine that you see we sort of challenges it's not easy to create.
You have 3 minutes left.
Not using
You have 3 minutes left.
And as good.
and you see you every resource we do it regularly every day. No other we only do otherwise I have so one can control.
We're very selfish and also arrogant.
They want to
I want to draw a picture.
Okay.
Okay,
Please come up. Please come up. Thank you so much. Please come up. Okay, on behalf of team, wanna be present? Please select from your team. Do you have anything? How can you think about this?
we can in the football box there are cakes also. In the football box there are cakes. Yes. Group one say 2 days more. Group one. You can put, you can bring it on the in the group box. Yes. Where is the group box? In the box, yeah.
Very good. Okay, we can start. Okay. So I think already over here. So what are the volunteer for first? This group? This group? Okay. It's okay, but I think this is first. Okay. Okay, attention please.
Okay, hello. We are from group 2. We'll present about natural waste solution topic. And we try to choose the problem in Indonesia, the flood in Indonesia, because currently we flood happen in Indonesia, not only in Sumatra, yeah. In many islands, in many regions, the flood is happening. Currently, the flood is happening in Indonesia because of deforestation. And the effect, of course, the huge flood and losing wildlife and then harm from the water pollution and then the number of displaced people. And then we discuss about the solution. So we try to start in individual level to raise the community awareness. The first thing that we want to do is raise the climate awareness. And we try to develop the curriculum in private or public school. I will try to tell you about my personal program because I'm a science education teacher, a lecturer in University of Myanmar. So I focus to try to teaching science how to train, how to teach my students to teaching science in primary group. Because I focus on SDGs number 13 on climate action. The SDGs have the lowest achievement if I read the report. So I and my team want to develop a curriculum, want to develop a module to raise the climate awareness from early grade, from primary grade. We think it's also to be the first solution. We try to focus on individual level, and then the next solution is to advocate the government to build the rain garden. And so the outcomes is the first is the high level of community awareness and participation, and then to increase the collaboration public, public and private school, the NGO, and then we try to choose this solution is the rain garden. Maybe the sisters want to elaborate my explanation about the rain garden because we choose this topic for the solution.
Yeah, that's choosing for the rain garden because in the planning day we are going to absorb the water from the ground or something like that. So in the places also like deforestation. So the rain garden might be a solution because we don't need to plant a big tree or we don't need to wait for the growing of the tree or something like that. So we're doing both, like planting of the tree and it might be the like deforestation plant and also like making a rain garden quite.
Okay. Any comments from group 1 and group 3? Any comments or any questions? Anyone? Anyway, so they're addressing one problem, that is flood, and they highlighted the country Indonesia, and to overcome this, their key message they are showing that growing awareness. Okay, that is the key message because if people aware, it helps to be communal, right? To help this to change these challenges, and they are focusing on rain garden. I don't know how much everyone is concerned about the issue of rain garden, but it's good that they focus on that is natural solutions, that is rain garden. That means it is absorbed water, okay, and helps reducing or releasing slowly so that it not much impacts in the society. So give them a big hand. Thank you so much. Okay, next. Group 1.
Okay. For our group, we have many different approaches, but mainly we brought the indigenous and also like local knowledge from the Asian countries. It includes Indonesia, Thailand, India, and Myanmar. And also we kind of separated into like different areas as well, because we had a lot of ideas basically. First of all, in terms of like coastal areas management, we experienced the cyclones in Myanmar, so we brought up the idea of mangrove trees at the beaches, because the mangrove trees help to reduce the impact of the disaster, the cyclone or the tsunami. So we believe that is also important and it can reduce the impact of the disaster overall. And another example from Indonesia is in Sumatra, which was the recent flooding. And we realized that the issue of this flooding is caused by deforestation of the indigenous trees and then replanting palm trees for commercial activities. And because of that, the soil is not strong enough for palm trees and it causes erosion and the trees kind of collapse during the flooding and it caused like a lot of impact. And there were also wood pieces in the flood as well. and this has caused landslide as well. So that is why it is important to have national parks, protect the local indigenous forest without cutting the trees. And the next one is from India. For this one, India also have the forest protection by the sacred groups. They try to protect the trees, and they have their own conservative projects that comes from local knowledge so that they do not do deforestation. And the last one is actually from Thailand. Thailand, we do tree ordination here. We wrap the saffron around the tree, and this tree becomes a sacred tree because the tree is a house of the spirit. So you cannot cut this tree anymore. So in the forest, the indigenous communities and the forest people, like the people that live in the forest, Thailand still have these people. So all of those people, they always protect the trees that way so that the forest will always remain sacred and protected by the local communities. So in that case, our main idea here is that with the knowledge of the local people that already exists, we don't have to create anything new. We already have many different ways to protect the trees in the local forest, and that these approaches can be used by the communities themselves, and they have the sovereignty to protect their own forest, and no capitalists, no commercial activities should be done in these communities. Thank you.
Just a point that sister said, the last point, that it has to be people-centric. So that means when we were just doing, because the scenario was that it has to be microscopic. So the solution has to come from the people. So it's people-centric approach.
Okay. So any questions from group 2 or group 3 or comments regarding their activities?
Agriculture is concerned, we can go for biofertilizers, biopesticides. So for soil conservation is concerned, we can go for cover crops, and cover crops include the legumes and other, we can say, nitrogen fixing the plants, which will increase the nitrogen component naturally of the soil. And so far, green roofs are concerned. Now we can go for the vertical gardening, and we can have the plants on the we can say roofs, and we can go for the green building, green construction. So this is something.
Thank you so much. The professor, as my concern, he advised some more because there is a lot of scope to do more. Thank you so much for your suggestions, and I hope every comments, every suggestions will bring our knowledge on this and help. And thank you so much. There, as my understanding, they explore some case studies in different contexts, different country contexts. That is good that they explore different countries in different scenarios. They highlighted their indigenous knowledge, which is truly very rich and valuable. We youth should wow, because indigenous knowledge is so rich thing that if we are able to store it and bring new, innovative way of accessing this knowledge and implement it, because they might not have technological knowledge, they might not have development aspect, but experience they gathered the last 50 years, 20 years, 30 years, that is too valuable. So if you get their knowledge and modify it according to the tradition of our development, our technological aspect, and implement most of the cases you see, what is the development we are seeing? What's the latest technology? It comes, the root is the traditional things. They flourish in different ways, presenting us different ways that exist already. It's not that they invented from the zero. Root is there, but presenting dimension is different. That's the things actually we do I'm going to do. So bring this case studies, you see a lot of case studies, they talk about India, they talk about Thailand, Myanmar, Indonesia, and different aspects, they talk about different in this project application. That's a good great case. I think they did a lot of what is the team have dimension of nationalities and bring this thought and done a good job. Thank you so much. So give a big hand to them. And last,
yes, our country is designed to like strive erosion because of we focus like a small community because of therefore our community is lack of the resource and information about the heavy rain and natural resources. So we need to awareness of like a small community because of that. Sometimes the farmer is lack of resource. They didn't know how to do when they visit like a flooding or landslide. So we need to awareness like give awareness like planting or tree, and also this is preventing like a tracing or slope have heat soil and landslide. They are landslide, and also like a healthy soil with organic food. When they are planting like the organic food, the landslide is more steeper and they are transported by the port, and that's why erosion is reduced in their community. So we need to protect like their home, their land, and their landslide. So suppose when we are doing like this, we need to community is more become more awareness, and when they are facing like a floating or septic natural disaster, they need to aware how to prevent prevention for their losing home and losing landslide. So that's why we need to awareness and communicate and they are a small community. That's all. Thank you.
thank you so much. Any comments? Any comments from group 1 and 2? Or question? Any?
I just want to say that it's really so great that they focus on one problem. So it was so systematic, like you're actually going to root cause. So this is very micro planning in a very great understanding.
Any other? I would like to say thanks because a completely different thing, very tough thing. I would like to say that topic, soil erosion. Very important things. We really care about this. Okay, so I think this is the tough topic they chooses, and they address it. That's a great. I'd like to say thanks to them. Give them a big hand for their choosing the topic and explaining us and being across in the issues. Thank you. So thank you so much everyone for your participations and for a while we talked about nature, right? So I know we are running out of time. Maybe we will not go further a lot of things I can talk. So that's where NPS can start. A small thing we did, maybe I know it exists to everyone, but a little initiative can do steps. Anyway, I will not go to the details of this because these are some standard framework. Just about this, we are very much aware that recently completed COP30, right? Held in Brazil in 2021 November, and it talks about cities because if we know coming like by 2050, 75% of people will live in cities. So you see the expansion of cities is growing hugely, and population as well. 2.5 million will be the neighborhood in the urbans. So that's why COP30 focuses cities should be in concern about climate issues. The city leaders who are working on this should be concerned about it. Otherwise, it will be tough to control. So then that's why they're putting cities in the climate agenda. And even the local leaders. Because it should come from the root level. It is not only the center of the cities, but every aspect, every town, every level, the root, the community leader should be focused on this agenda, address this agenda, concern in their planning, in their policy, in their plan implementation that brings the good things for the nation, for the global aspect. So I will not talk about this because NPS and nature positive a bit different. What is the difference is, as I said, NPS is an action for solve our problem. Okay, but nature positive is actions, but not only from solve the problem without hampering nature. Okay, whatever you do not make any harm to nature. This is the nature positive. If we talk about development NBS even, it may hamper. Because as I said, hybrid, modified. When you will go for hybrid, when you go for modified, it will hamper. But nature positive means it will not hamper any aspects of nature. We will not talk about this. Just a little bit focus on building climate resilience. We are very much aware about adaptation. We know very much about mitigations. What could be the adaptation? We know mitigation, that is changing the transport. Now e-vehicle, everywhere is going on improving. The energy, I say green energy, something, but these are the things we should be careful of this. Water conservation, our use of this, knowledge, energy, our food habit. When you develop any communities, it should be compliance. That's how that means we can address these climate resilience issues. So nothing much. I will not go for this, but this is my last. Thank you so much for your participation and contribution. I say happy New Year, and I say this is one of my Facebook page, okay, that focus nature-based solution for global climate aspects. So if you want to access, you can do it, or you can charge. It's up to you. Thank you so much, sister. Microphone to you now.
Thank you very much. Thank you very